The highlands of central Java have seen their fair share of missing person cases on its rugged terrain, but none quite like this. The fog-enshrouded slopes of Mount Merbabu have been the backdrop for countless searches and rescues. Yet, this case stood out, marked by the peculiarities surrounding the individual who had disappeared and the strange circumstances of his discovery. It wasn't just the mystery of the missing person that baffled the rescue team, but also the bizarre twists and turns that unfolded during the search. This tale of Andrey Voytech, a man shrouded in secrecy, left an indelible mark on all who were involved. The story begins with an unassuming call to Barameru, a renowned rescue team specializing in mountaineering disasters. The team had been alerted to the disappearance of a foreigner named Andrey Voytech. At first glance, Andrey seemed like any other intrepid traveler, but it was soon uncovered that his identity was far from ordinary. The search for Andrey started with his last known location, Merbabu. Despite having been sighted near the boundary between farmland and forest, he vanished without a trace. The rescue team scoured the dense underbrush and rocky slopes, but their efforts were initially fruitless. As they pieced together the puzzle, they learned that Andrey's journey had been anything but straightforward. The team learned about Andrey's last communication with his companion, Sista, who was also his girlfriend. Sista provided crucial information about a message Andrey had left her, which included specific coordinates and instructions. "If I don't return by evening, something has happened to me," he had warned. This message was their first clue, leading the team to search around the coordinates he had provided. The coordinates pointed to the exact spot where Andrey had parked his motorcycle before starting his ascent up the mountain. As days turned into nights, the team grew increasingly desperate. The forest seemed to swallow their efforts, providing no clues, no traces of Andrey. It was as if he had disappeared into thin air. The lack of typical signs of a lost hiker, no discarded gear, no footprints, made the search even more perplexing. It was almost as if Andrey had planned his disappearance meticulously. The team also faced challenges with the tracking of Andrey's phone. They attempted to trace the IMEI number of his device, but their efforts were thwarted by bureaucratic hurdles and delays, which was highly unusual and further complicated the search. Such delays in an urgent investigation were unprecedented and suggested interference or obfuscation, adding another layer of mystery to the case. In other missing person cases, tracking an IMEI typically took an hour or two at most, unlike the prolonged difficulties encountered in Andrey's case. It wasn't until the team accessed a deposit box in a nearby hotel that the pieces began to fall into place. Inside, they found documents detailing Andrey's recent activities, along with more navigational tools and a curious item, a small green box filled with various medications, ranging from strong painkillers to tranquilizers. This indicated that Andrey might have been preparing for every possible eventuality, including injury or capture. Among his belongings, the team discovered multiple passports, each bearing Andrey's name, but issued by different countries, reinforcing the notion that he was living multiple lives. Additionally, they found several certificates indicating his expertise in various high-risk activities: piloting, skydiving, and handling explosives. These discoveries added a layer of complexity to the case. Who was Andrey, really? A seasoned traveler? A fugitive? Or something far more dangerous? A spy? A particularly unsettling find was a collection of hard drives among Andrey's possessions. These contained vast amounts of data, including detailed maps, encrypted files, and documents that hinted at covert operations and travel logs. The most intriguing were the videos. Some showed Andrey in remote, desolate locations performing survival skills, while others hinted at surveillance footage of undisclosed locations. This further complicated the case, making the team question the true nature of Andrey's activities. Among the videos, one particularly stood out: a tutorial made by Andrey himself on how to hack satellites using an Android device. This alarming discovery suggested a level of technical expertise and a potential for activities far beyond ordinary adventuring, deepening the suspicion that Andrey was involved in highly secretive and possibly illegal operations. Further investigation of the hard drives revealed photos of Andrey with his family. The team noticed a recurring car in the background of these photos, and by tracking the license plate number, they discovered the location was in Slovakia. This led to a crucial breakthrough, contacting the car's owner, who confirmed they were indeed Andrey's family. Thus, it was revealed that Andrey's true nationality was Slovakian, which added another layer of confusion as to why he carried multiple passports but none from his own country. Despite their best efforts, the IMEI of Andrey's phone remained untraceable. When the team consulted with intelligence agencies, they were met with cryptic responses and were even asked where they wanted Andrey to be found. The following day, astonishingly, Andrey's body was discovered exactly where the team had indicated, a location aligned with the coordinates they had provided during their interactions with the intelligence agency. The trail led them to a steep ravine, where, at the bottom, they found his body. Andrey's lifeless form lay sprawled on the rocky ground, his eyes staring blankly at the canopy above. His injuries were severe, consistent with a fall, but there were signs of a struggle too. The location of Andrey's body was peculiar, raising further suspicions. It was found in a spot that seemed improbable for a fall and suggested he might have been placed deliberately. Adding to the eerie nature of the discovery, Andrey's body showed signs that were inconsistent with the estimated time of death. His blood was still fresh, a deep red, as if he had only recently died, despite having been missing for days. The case of Andrey Voytech remains one of the most enigmatic in Merbabu's history. His death raised more questions than it answered. Who was he really? Why was he in Merbabu with multiple identities? Was he fleeing from someone, or was he on a mission that led to his demise? Despite their best efforts, the investigators could not conclusively determine the exact circumstances of Andrey's death. The case attracted attention from international agencies, but no clear answers were ever provided. Andrey Voytech's true identity and the purpose of his final fateful journey up Mount Merbabu remain shrouded in mystery, a tale of intrigue that continues to haunt the mountain's misty slopes. In the end, Andrey Voytech's death was a stark reminder of the secrets that mountains can hold and the mysteries that some lives can embody. The fog over Merbabu may lift with the morning sun, but the enigma of Andrey's demise remains, casting a long, unresolved shadow over its ancient peaks.